Today I'm making a cauliflower cream soup. Personally, I enjoy cauliflower. I'll eat it steamed, I'll eat it raw, but some people don't necessarily enjoy cauliflower that way. And this recipe is a very tasty way for people to get a serving or two of the high cruciferous vegetable. Now, the end of this recipe calls for 5 cups of steamed kale, so we're going to get that started right now. And what I'm going to do is pour in, it looks like about a ½ inch to an inch of water. This here is a steaming basket. Now we're going to pour in the kale. And this kale will go on for 3 to 5 minutes. And you'll know when the kale's ready. You'll take a look in there. And the color, it gets the green, you think it's green now, steam it. It gets very intensely green. So let's put that on the back burner. To get this soup started, we're going to pour in 4 cups of water. Two cups of carrot juice, which I just juiced this morning. Organic carrots. Now I'm going to put in, this is a whole head of cauliflower cut into florets. I cut them a little big. You can cut them a little smaller if you'd like. We're going to blend 2/3 of it anyway. All right. Got 3 carrots, coarsely chopped. 1 cup of celery, also coarsely chopped. They're all coarsely chopped. And these are 2 leeks. And now what you do with the leek, you cut off the very tops, you cut off the very bottoms, and then you slice them down the middle. Dirt tends to accumulate in these things as they grow, so you want to pay particular attention to get the dirt out. Pour that in. And now I'm going to put in 2 cloves of garlic, minced. I used the press. And now we're going to add the seasonings. Calls for a teaspoon of nutmeg. That adds a really nice flavor. We're going to do 3 teaspoons of no salt spike. I'm actually using a ½ teaspoon here, so I'm going to have to do 6 of these. There we go. And now 1 tablespoon of veggie zest. It's actually 2 tablespoons. Perfect. Now we're going to stir all this in. Let me turn the heat on. Perfect. And we're going to simmer for 15 minutes or until the vegetables are just tender. It's been 15 minutes and the vegetables are tender. We're going to now, I'm going to mix 2/3 of it. I'm going to blend it in the Vitamix blender. Sure smells good. I'm going to be sure to get plenty of the liquid as well. It's kind of a judgment call on 2/3. Almost there. I need a little more liquid so it'll blend nicely. I want to say that that's good. Recipe calls for 1 cup of organic raw cashews. Pour those in. I'm going to blend this until it's creamy and pour it back into what's left in the pot. see, that doesn't take long. Oh yes, that is creamy. Pour it back in. Perfect. And lastly, we're going to stir in the steamed kale. And you notice it is a lot greener after it's been steamed. And you can also substitute spinach instead of kale. And with the spinach, you don't need to steam it ahead of time. It'll just wilt in the soup. Stir this in. Believe it or not, this is another one of those recipes that our 16-month-old son, once it cools down a little bit, he loves this soup. Now we're going to serve this up. And there it is.